If you're from St. Lucia, this Good Friday treat is one of the favorites. Ginger snaps, or as we also call it, Penapiece. Let me show you how I make it. Come on, let's go. For the ingredients we are going to need for our delicious Good Friday ginger snaps, or as we call it in St. Lucia, our Penapiece. It is very simple ingredients. These are pantry staples. In here, I have 3 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, some ginger powder. You really need that kick for your ginger snap or your Penapiece. Of course, you are going to need your ginger roots. And what you are going to do with your ginger roots, you are just going to go ahead and blend your ginger roots. So what I did, I blended my ginger roots in a little bit of water, guys. Made 2 tablespoons of water I added in my blender with my ginger roots. And you are also going to need a little bit of salt to bring out the flavor of your ginger snaps. We are going to start mixing. Flour. Sugar. A pinch of salt. Ginger powder. I'm going to add heaping tablespoons. 3 heaping tablespoonfuls. Combine all your ingredients. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my ginger roots. I'm using both ground ginger powder and raw ginger roots, guys. At this point, just go ahead and incorporate all of your ginger into your flour mixture, guys. It will seem like it's a little dry, but don't worry about it. After the ginger rests, it will release some more of the ginger juices and your dough will get very sticky. So please be careful when adding any more water to this. It seems like it's dry, but it really is not, guys. And that is just from the ginger. I haven't added any water. You see how sticky it is? So if at this point you go ahead and add any water to this, your dough will be too sticky and you are going to need to add more flour. And by doing that, it's going to take away from your ginger flavor. So that's why I said, please do not add any water yet. At the end, if you need, then you add a little more water. I just have my water here on standby just in case. But most times I do not need the extra water. Now I'm just going to go ahead and mix with my hand. And it's very important to mix with your hands, guys. I'm not using a mixer for this one because you need to feel the texture and the wetness of your dough, because you are going to be rolling this out very thinly, and if it's too sticky, it will give you a lot of problems rolling it out. This is Penapiece we're making, guys, the Caribbean style Penapiece or ginger snaps. So what you need to taste in here is just ginger. And this is my dough without adding any water to it. You can see how sticky it is, but it's not sticking to my hands that much, so that's a good sign. I'm going to go ahead and put the exact measurements in the description box for you guys, so your dough should come out the same way mine is coming out with these exact measurements. I have some flour here. I'm just going to go ahead and add flour to my hands and continue kneading my dough. I'm not going to put the flour directly into my dough. Because I want to keep the integrity of my ginger in here. Do not want to add too much flour. So if you think it's a little too sticky, just add flour to your hands, guys. Do not add flour directly into your dough. Keep adding flour to my hands as I keep kneading. That's it, guys. This is what it should look like. Now I'm just going to allow this to rest. You're not looking for a rise. It's not supposed to rise. You just need to allow it to rest so your dough can relax. So that way it will be easier for you to roll it out. I'm going to cover this up. Allow this to rest. Okay, guys, so my dough has been resting for a few minutes. I'm not going to add any flour to this. I'm just going to go ahead and flour my surface. The flour you are going to use to roll out your ginger snaps or your penapiece, you just go ahead and add a little ginger powder in there, guys. And for this one, I'm just using my regular ginger powder, just for a little extra flavor and kick of the ginger, guys. Remember, it's ginger snaps, so you need it with as much ginger flavor as possible. Your rolling pin needs to be floured as well, guys, so it doesn't stick. And you just take a piece from your dough. You do not want to roll out the entire dough at one time, or at least I don't do that. And that way, that also gives you control over your dough, guys. And you want to roll this out as thinly as possible, guys. Because this should be in the oven just for a few minutes. And just keep flouring your rolling pin to make your life easier, guys. If you do not flour your rolling pin, your dough will keep sticking to it. This is rolled out thin enough for me. Now you just go ahead and you cut it into strips. I have my baking sheet here, and I placed a piece of parchment on there. Guys, that's what it should look like. Just pull it off. And as you can see, I did not have to use too much flour for my surface. I'm just going to go ahead and place this in the oven. And remember, I already have my oven on. It's at 250 degrees. After I put this in, I'm going to go ahead and turn it up to 300 degrees. And please don't be afraid of your dough, guys. Lift it up to turn it over. It shouldn't come apart, especially at this point. It's not rolled out thin enough for it to come apart. So if you have to pull it up to add some flour to the bottom, go ahead and do that. And don't worry, if it comes apart, just go ahead, put it back together and just keep rolling. And this is key, guys. Keep your rolling pin floured. This is going to make your life so much easier with this dough. Keep your rolling pin floured at all times. Okay, guys, so I just pulled my first batch of ginger snaps or Penapiece out of the oven. When you have the parchment on there, your ginger snaps come right off. And I want to show you guys something. When you first take it out of the oven, it will tend to look a little soft like this, guys. It will be able to bend like this. Please don't be fooled and think that it is not done. This is done. But when you first take it out, because it is still hot, it tends to be a little pliable. So a lot of people will make the mistake and think this is not done and put it back in the oven, and that's where your Penapiece will, or your ginger snaps will burn. Go ahead and just leave it alone. Once it takes a little color, it's been in the oven for about 20 minutes. One just fell off and totally broke off. So this is what I'm talking about. It may seem like it's not done, but as soon as you pull it out and it's out of the oven for a few minutes, it will get hard like this. It will get crunchy and crisp and just snap. So don't worry if you first take it out and it looks pliable. Don't let it fool you to thinking that it's not done. It's done. Just give it a few minutes and it will, as it cools, and it's going to get nice and crisp, and that's what you want, guys. I'm going to go ahead and roll out my last batch. And guys, don't forget to let me know in the comment section what foods you have where you're from for Good Friday. Do you guys keep it traditional, or do you guys just go ahead and to you it's just another day? For us in St. Lucia, Good Friday is not just about tradition, it's about reflection, gratitude, and keeping our cultural and spiritual practices alive. Good Friday is observed as a quiet and meaningful day of reflection. Many families use this time to pause, pray, and remember the significance of the day. Traditionally, it is also a day when we eat light, simple foods instead of heavy meals. And one of our beloved treats you'll find in St. Lucian homes on Good Friday is the Penapiece or the ginger snaps. Crisp, spicy, and full of warm flavors. It is so delicious. These simple baked snaps perfectly match the spirit of Good Friday. Humble and comforting. So I'm just happy to be sharing this tradition with you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by and following me along. I'm just going to go ahead, cut it, and go ahead and cut it however you want. This is the traditional way that we do it. We cut it in strips. Quick, easy, and simple, guys. There's no fuss to it. I'm just going to go ahead and put this last batch in. Into the oven it goes. And this is how I make my St. Lucian classic for Good Friday, the ginger snaps or penapiece as we lovingly call it. If you enjoyed this recipe, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more St. Lucian treats and family favorites. Happy Good Friday, everyone. Until the next time, thank you so much for watching.